Welcome to your mini course on relationships. Relationships are a big issue for most of us. And this tape is designed to help you improve your existing relationships, clean up on the relationships that you've had in the past, and also be a door in or a window in for you to have the perfect relationships in your life. And relationships are something that we're having all the time. We have them with our friends, with our relatives, with our spouse, with our significant others, with our lovers, and we have them also with ourselves. So as you do the work on this tape, you can choose anything as you focus. You can focus on an existing relationship that you'd like to improve. You can focus on a past relationship that you'd like to clean up on. And you can focus on having a new relationship that's really right for you. Now, the first area we'll be focusing on is our parents. Our parents color the way we view relationship. They're our earliest models for relationship, both on how they related to each other, if they weren't single parents, and how they related to you. So let's start by focusing on our relationship with our parents. Take a look at your relationship with your parents and their relationship with each other. See if there's anything about it that you're either resisting or wanting to change, or anything about it that you've modeled yourself after. And see if that stirs up either a wanting approval, a wanting control, or a wanting security or survival. And whichever want it is, could you allow yourself to let it go? Find something about your relationship either with your parents or parent, or their relationship with each other that you'd like to change. And could you let go of wanting to change it? Is there something else about your relationship with your parents or their relationship with each other that you'd like to change? If so, could you let go of wanting to change it? Look at that again. See if there's something about either your relationship with either one of your parents or their relationship with each other that you didn't like or you don't like and you'd like to change. And could you let go of wanting to change it? Now see if there's anything else about your relationship with your parents or their relationship with each other that has somehow colored all your relationships this lifetime. Again, you're either living in resistance to those early relationships, or you've modeled yourself after them, even if they didn't work. Now, of course, you may have had a very healthy relationship with your parents, so doing some releasing on it now will just make it even better. And see what your overall feeling is about your relationship with your parents and their relationship with each other. And see if it's coming from either a wanting approval, a wanting control, or a wanting security or survival. And whichever want it is, could you allow yourself to let it go? Now also check if there's anything about your early relationship with your peers, your first friends, that you don't like or you'd like to change. And if so, could you let go of wanting to change it? Is there anything else about your early relationships with your peers that you'd like to change? Maybe you felt shy or that it was difficult to relate. Or something else about your early relationships with your peers, with the children that you grew up with. And see if there's any wanting approval, control, or security there now about it. And if so, could you allow yourself to let it go? Now, I highly recommend that you continue releasing on both your relationship with your parents, their relationship with each other, and the early relationships that you had with your peers. Very often that's where patterns get started, in those first relationships. And just by doing some cleanup on it now, it could shift everything in your experience. Now let's move on to our next exercise. Fear is also something that holds us back in the area of relationship. We might be afraid to commit. We're afraid of intimacy. We're afraid of being hurt. But if you dig a little deeper, when you release on fear, you'll see that it really liberates you to be fully in the relationships that you're in now, or to have that perfect someone. Now remember, there's a secret way of letting go of fear, a shortcut, that you can use in addition to letting go of the wanting approval, control, and security. So let's do some focused releasing on that now. What's something you're afraid might happen, either in this current relationship or in the ideal relationship? What are you afraid of about relationships or in relationship? And could you let go of wanting that to happen? Would you? When? Find something else that either you're afraid will happen in this current relationship or in relationships in general. And could you just let go of wanting that to happen? Would you? When? Find something else that you're afraid might happen, either in your current relationship or in the ideal relationship, or in the relationship that you'd like to have. And could you let go of wanting that to happen? Would you? When? Is there something else that you're afraid might happen in this relationship that you're in right now, or in relationships in general? And if so, could you let go of wanting that to happen? Would you? When? Now see if there's something else that you're afraid might happen in relationship, either the one you're in right now or in the future. And could you let go of wanting that to happen? Would you? When? Now this is another area where you can continue your releasing on your own. When you notice that you're afraid something might happen in a relationship that you're in or that you might be about to be in, catch it in the moment and see if you can just let go of wanting that to happen. Now I know it may not be something that you want consciously, but our subconscious fears are IOUs for those things happening. Lester used to say, fear and it will appear. So it really behooves you to let go of the fear that you may have about relationship. Now let's go even further. By the way, it's okay to pause this tape at any time and continue releasing on your own before you're ready to move on. Now let's look a little bit about the attachments and aversions that may be keeping this particular relationship stuck, or you stuck in general about relationship. And we'll do this by using the likes and dislikes process that we learned in the basic course. And two things to remember about likes and dislikes. First of all, remember to release on both the likes and the dislikes. And secondarily, if you can't think of something you like or something you dislike in the moment, just release on that and keep going. Each like and dislike together is a whole layer of limitation that you're taking away about that particular topic. So what's something that you like about relationship? Either the one you're in right now, something from the past, or something that you anticipate. And does that stir up a wanting approval, a wanting control, or a wanting security or survival? And whichever want it is, could you allow yourself to let it go? And what's something that you dislike about relationship? Again, either about your current relationship, a past relationship, or your anticipation about future relationships. And does that stir up a wanting approval, a wanting control, or a wanting security or survival? And whichever want it is, could you just set it free? And what do you like about relationship? And is that a wanting approval, a wanting control, or a wanting security or survival? And whichever want it is, could you allow yourself to let it go? And what's something that you dislike about relationship? And is that a wanting approval, a wanting control, or a wanting security or survival? And whichever want it is, could you just let it go? And what's something else that you like about relationship? And does that stir up a wanting approval, control, or security? And whichever want it is, could you just let it go? And what do you dislike about relationship? And does that stir up a wanting approval, a wanting control, or a wanting security or survival? And whichever want it is, could you just let it go? And what do you like about relationship? And is that a wanting approval, a wanting control, or a wanting security or survival? And whichever want it is, could you just let it go? And what's something that you dislike about relationship? And is that wanting approval, control, or security? And could you just set it free? And what's something else that you like about either the relationship you're in right now, something about the relationships that you've had in the past, or about relationship in general? And does that stir up a wanting approval, control, or security? And whichever want it is, could you just set it free? And what do you like about relationship? And does that stir up a wanting approval, control, or security? And whichever want it is, could you allow yourself to just let it go? Now, I would highly recommend that you continue releasing on likes and dislikes on your own. You could either do it now, rewind the tape, or just keep moving forward. And now see if you can just allow yourself to welcome wherever you are right now in relationship to relationships. Welcome your current relationship if you have one. Welcome what's happened in the past. And also welcome whatever it is that might be in your future. So could you just allow yourself to embrace what is now? Let it be here. The most powerful place there is to create what you want in life is from the sense that it's totally okay the way it is right now. It's not that you might not choose something different if given a choice. But if you can welcome or accept or embrace or allow what is in this moment, it gives you tremendous power both to shift your relationship to what is and also to open yourself to something even more positive. So could you just allow yourself to embrace what is right now in your relationships? Could you allow them to be the way they are? Know that they're okay as they are. And in that knowingness, is the possibility for something even better. And could you just allow yourself to relax in this moment, knowing that all is well? The more you can relax and just be in this moment, not only will you feel better, but you'll be in a much better place to be in relationship. I'm sure you've noticed that the people you like to be around are relaxed inside. They're not tense or uptight. So the more you can just relax and be yourself in this moment, every moment throughout the day, the more you improve all your relationships. Being relaxed and at ease is natural, and it's always available to you, just below the surface, every time you let go. And notice how much better you feel in this moment than you did just a few minutes ago about relationships and about your specific relationship that you may have been working on. Every time you listen to this tape, you'll get more out of it. So I highly encourage you to listen to this tape often, and also encourage yourself to bring the method into your life. The more you release in life, the better all your relationships will be. So gradually bring your awareness to a more external focus, allowing yourself to take with you all that you've gained.